Welcome back. When we think of a seasonal affective disorder, we usually think wintertime when people are kind of huddled indoors, and maybe you get, sad and depressed and things like that. But, as the temps heat up here in the valley, people also experience it in the summertime.
So Dr. Denise Worden with the Arizona Naturopathic Medical Association joins us this morning with some tips. So good to see you. Thank you for being here, Dr. Worden.
Good morning.
So this is a real thing. This is a real thing because I always think about the winter time as well because it's so dark. A lot of people, they don't have as much sunshine.
Right.
Right, but in the summer, for us in Arizona, we get too much sunlight. We don't have enough darkness, and so that tells our circadian rhythm, our internal clock. We don't know night and day, so we don't trigger our production of melatonin. Serotonin, the happy hormone, gets confused, so the body doesn't know what to do. It's the same idea, but it's that too much sun affects us. We need more darkness.
How interesting.
So how do we adjust to that? How do we add more darkness to our day?
Right. Well, not even necessarily in the day. We've got to just know that we still need some sunlight during the day, about 15 minutes. Take your sunglasses off so the body and the brain says, all right, it's day. But especially in the evening when we're starting to wind down, we should have the house darker. We also blackout curtains are very important for nighttime because any light, if you get out to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, that moment of that flash of light, turning on that light, signals the brain, wake up, and even though you might get back to sleep, you're not going to get a deep sleep.
Yeah, so that's something to think about, too, because the sun is coming up earlier and earlier now, right? So all of a sudden, the sunlight's coming through the window.
And a regular schedule is very important when we have people who are suffering with this kind of depression, seasonal depression. You need to go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time in the morning, especially on weekends. Don't alter that. When you do, the body says, I don't understand.
So who is at risk? Is anyone at risk?
Well, females are more at risk. It's almost three out of women will get it out of one to one male. We don't understand why. We think it's something hormonal. We also know from 18 to 35 years old is more at risk. So the older you get, the less risk that you have. Another interesting thing, any mental disorder that you've had or someone in your family puts you at risk, and living closer to the equator, which is interesting. There's more sunlight. That's another risk factor, and we're in Arizona about 2,300 miles away. That sounds far apart, but not really. We get more sunlight. And another trick is go out in the moonlight. It's called the Transylvania effect. Yale just did a big study. And when it's full moon, we don't go to sleep as easily. We wake up more often. We don't get a deep sleep, and we have shorter sleep. So get back out in nature. Let the body know night and day.
Dr. Worden, we're just about out of time here. Can I say something that's a little bit off subject? This is the best Zoom picture I think I've ever seen. What kind of equipment are you using? It's amazing.
Wow. I'm just using my camera on my MacBook Pro. Give them a shout out.
Way to go, Apple.
Yeah, you did great.
And your background, is that a piece of artwork?
It is a piece of artwork.
It's beautiful.
Well,
you guys are great. Yes. I want to tell people, listen to music. You want to shift your mood for inexpensive, listen to music. Get your melatonin checked. Look at your vitamin D and your B vitamins. There's many things that you can do. Exercise for moderate and minimum depression works just as well as psychotherapy and medications.
Look at that.
Again, natural ways. Get back and eat the right diets, less sugar, less carbs, and more salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds.
There you go. Dr. Worden, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Great talking with you.
You're a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, she's great. We got to have her back on.
In a good way.
Yeah. And such a, the good sunshine, not the kind that's making us depressed.
Right, the good sunshine.
Still ahead.